Hi, in this session we will see how to use a template in SmartForms. We can use a template when the number of rows and columns are fixed. Okay, we cannot use a template when we have a continuous number of rows. Like suppose if you want to print a purchase order line item, okay, so there the number of rows are not fixed. There might be 10 line items, 20 line items. Okay, so in that case we cannot use a template. Okay, so when using template, in each text element we have to assign the row and column position, okay, where that particular row text will be displayed. We can also create different number of columns in each row. Also we can adjust the height of each row. Okay, let's have a look here. In this example, this is one template. In the first row we can create only single column. In the second row we can have 3 columns with a color shading. Okay, in the third row again we have 3 columns, but there is no background color, there is no shade. Okay, so we can use the template when the number of rows are fixed. So we'll see how to create it. Go to SmartForms. This is our SmartForm which we have created. Now first declare 3 variable. Let me declare as GV underscore what we have here, that is a due amount, amount paid and balance amount. Okay, let's GV underscore due, and the type will be DMBTR. GV underscore paid, and the type is again DMBTR. Third one is GV underscore balance amount, again check as DMBTR. Okay, now go to initialization. Okay, we can also create a single program lines here. So what we'll do, right click here, create a program line. Okay, we'll take all those 3 variable in the output parameter, that is GV underscore due, GV underscore paid, and third one is GV underscore balance. For example, GV underscore due equal to, let's say, 10 lakhs, and the amount paid equal to, let's say, 7,50,000. Okay, now the balance will be, that is the due minus paid amount. Okay, so this is the program lines which we have created. Okay, actually just create inside the loop, just bring after the loop. Okay, now we'll create template. Right click here, create template, give the heading as summary. Now we can either create the rows and columns by selecting this line, or we can go to details. So here we'll go in detail. Here we can set the overall width of the template. So we'll set as, let's say, 120 mm. Alignment we'll put as center. Now what we'll do, in the first row there will be only single column. Okay, so that is, let's give as R1. From row 1 to row 1 the height will set as 10 mm and the total width will be 120 mm. Okay, this is our first row. Now the second row will be, that is from 2 to 2, Here we will set the height again as 10 mm. Now here we will create 3 columns of 40 mm length each. Okay, let's say 40, second one is 40, again the third one is 40 mm. So we created first 2 row, 1, 2. Now we create a third one. This will be copy of second. Give the name as R3, but here we will set the height as 5 mm. Okay, so in each row we can have different number of columns, and we can set a line. Save, activate. First we'll print the data. Overlapping lines number. Okay, here we have to change. That is the line number 3. Wait. Close this. Here, this is the row number 3. Okay. Now to print a text element, right click here, create text. We'll take the first one as heading. Okay, change this. We'll keep this as 20 mm. The height will keep as 20. Just for demo purpose, we can set any required length. Okay, now here we have printed text, but in which row or column we want to display this? For that, go to the output option. Here you can see the line number and the column number. You want to put this on the first line and the first column. Okay, now create one more text. Write as due amount. Let's say font is 12. Okay, and the bold. We'll make this as bold. Okay, this is coming as bold underline. No problem. Now go to output option. Here, this will be the line number 2 and the column number 1. So in this way we have to set the line and column number. We'll copy this, paste. The second one is paid amount, right? Paid amount. Go to the output option. You want to print row number 2 and the column number 2. Okay. And the third one, that is the balance amount. Right there as balance amount. Okay, go to output option. Okay, before moving further, we'll test this how this data is coming. Okay, so what we'll do, execute. Effect. Okay, the summary is not coming. We'll see that. Now due amount, paid amount, balance amount. Now we can see here we are getting the 3 columns, but there is no border due to template. Okay, so we'll see how to create border too. Now before that, we'll see why this is not displaying. I think there is a issue of height. Let me check here. Summary, the row 1 column 1. Oh, this is wrong here. Okay, now test again. Now you can see this print in the heading. Okay, I think the height is very high. Let's make it 10. Now what we'll do, how to create a border. Click on table painter. Here, click on this icon, select pattern. Display frame pattern. we will select as this one. Now you can see the border at all the levels. Activate, execute, execute. Now you can see the border at all the level. The first row is having the single column, the second row having the 3 columns. In third row we'll print the value. Now we'll also do the shading to this second row. Okay, how to do that? Go here, select the row by clicking that, press Ctrl, select each column, go to color, go to shading. Now we'll do shading like gray color. Okay, 7 activate, execute. You can see the shade to the columns. Okay, so in this way, depending on our requirement, we can select the different colors from these available colors. Okay, now we'll print the value in the third row. Right click here, click on create text. Here we'll printing the values. Okay, so click on insert field, ampersand, GV underscore U. In the output options, line number 3 and the column number 1. Create a new one. It will be line number 3 and the column number 2. Okay, so for each text element we have to give the line, row and column number. Click on insert. Now second one is GV underscore paid, that is the paid amount. Okay, now we'll create the third one, which value we could declare, that is GV underscore balance. Okay, again click create, click on insert field, ampersand, GV underscore balance. In the output option, it is the row number 3 and the column number 3. 7 activate, execute. So we can see the value in the third row. Okay, so in the first row we have created only single column. In the second row we have created 3 columns but with the box shading. In third row we have created 3 columns with a normal, without any box shading. Okay, so in this way we can make use of the template where the number of rows are fixed. We can adjust the height, we can adjust the color of the box, we can use a different font inside the template. Okay, so in this way we have finished the session on template. In the next session we will see how to use the table in SmartForms. Thank you.